What's up, guys? Mortified Zombie Head here, back with another of my videos that have been late, and I do apologize for that. Once again, no really good excuse aside from the fact that, well, the last 4 days I left my laptop in this hotel while we were working elsewhere, out of town. But aside from that, no excuse. Sorry, working on it. All the video footage I did shoot initially for this video, I fucking hated. You know why? Because that stupid fucking morph suit distorts my voice to such a point that it sounds like my lisp is even more accentuated. So, we're gonna try and do this again, this way, with a different gimmick, as I'm sure you've noticed. This is a work in progress, more of a test. I'm gonna mix and match shit as things go on. I even have some fake teeth, but I'm not quite sure how those are gonna look in yet. So I'm gonna test it out on TikTok first. Also, don't forget to check me out on TikTok, where I waste my time recording 15-second clips with audio placed over them, because, well, it's entertaining. It actually got like 855 views on one for some fucking reason. The rest of them only got like 10, but everyone loved that one for some reason. Whatever, if I'm able, I'll try and put the link to my TikTok in the description of this video. I need my drink. There, what'd you do with my drink? I've got to run and get some Coke. Though in the meantime, you are all going to have to settle with me drinking out of this, because apparently with this lipstick that I've acquired, it gets on every fucking thing. And according to a female friend of mine, there is some kind that I can buy that, well, doesn't. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be waterfalling this. But if it makes you feel any better, this is at least, I'd say, 50% Captain Morgan? Maybe? I don't know. But, oh, as you may have noticed, I have a new roommate. The other one left, ran away in the middle of the night because apparently I scared him off, or whatever. But thankfully, he's gone. He was a lazy piece of shit, and, well, that actually, saying that might seem to contradict what I said in my last video about not being a two-faced asshole. But I also did reference the fact that in work situations or other vague exceptions, it is necessary, even though it's not really... I had to live with the motherfucker for months. What was I to do? Be an asshole to him the entire time so that he could slit my fucking throat in my sleep? No thank you. But he's gone. He left in the middle of the night like a little bitch. And he's been replaced by this guy. He's watching Adam Ruins Everything right now. But on to the drunk rants that no one has asked for. Well, a couple of you actually asked for them. My bad. Number one. This is a direct reference to the asshole I was just talking about. I fucking hate lazy coworkers. Let me give you an example of what this dickhead did. The rest of us would be down in the ditch pulling limbs out to feed into the wood chipper. Whereas he would be standing there off to the side, picking his nails. Doing this number right here. The rest of us struggling to carry several 100-pound logs to throw into this giant-ass chipper. Where Darius sitting there. You'd say something to him, and instead of helping with the big shit, you know what he would do? Immediately go for the smallest fucking branch he could find. And I'm pretty sure it was because he was being a smartass. That's whatever. Again, he's gone, so it's not really as much of a problem. And I don't have any lazy coworkers anymore. Well, they're kind of lazy, but they're pretty great about getting the job done whenever we need to get it done. So, I'd say it all shaked out pretty well in the end. We got drinky. This is difficult, so appreciate the effort I'm going through. Shitty jump scares in horror games and horror movies, or horror videos. Any kind of horror content, actually. It is 2018. There is a formula for how to inspire terror into a human being. Yes, it is a fantastic idea to go off and forge your own path and choose new ways to terrify people. But jump scares are a thing of the past. They are a shitty gimmick that just needs to go. It's okay to have them if, well, you build up to them, you work for them, you make it so that the jump scare makes sense and isn't just some piss poor cliche like opening a door and having a scary clown jump out at you. It's ridiculous and overrated. We need to get rid of it. Use either silence, tense music, something to actually affect someone's heartbeat, their mood, the way they feel, the eerie and ominous air about them, buzzing with the almost kinetic energy of terror. If kinetic energy is the right word, I don't know, it's something we learned in science. It's the potential for terror, which in the end brings about real terror. So, to recap, fuck jump scares, they're fucking dumb. And, I don't know, let's be a little classier with our terror, huh? You guys have to watch me every time I do this. Hell of a lot easier than drinking through the morsuit, I'll tell you that much. Catcallers, it's one thing if you're in a relationship and it's something you do because, well, the two of you find it funny, or she thinks it's attractive. You know what's not attractive? One of the 13-year-old girls walking down the road who happens to be well endowed and some 40-year-old asshole driving a pickup just yells some obscene shit out at her as he's driving past. That's not okay. And it's not just 13-year-olds that it's not okay to do that to. It's rude, it's derogatory, and it seems like 9 times out of 10 from the people I've talked to, it's not appreciated. So, maybe back off on it. Just a bit. Or a lot. If you want to compliment a woman, there is a specific way to go about it that doesn't have to involve... Number 4, I'm pretty sure I've referenced this one already, but I can't stand when people hate shit just because it's popular. Okay? I can understand finding something repetitive and annoying after you've been exposed to it constantly and consistently and it just never seems to fucking die. Trends like that can get annoying after a while. But essentially, if you hate things just because they're popular, you're a poser hipster. That's kind of contradictory, isn't it? It's fucking ridiculous. It's this annoying trend that seems to be going around. Like, for example, Rick and Morty. Everyone has just started hating on the show all of a sudden because people reference the obscure jokes instead of the ones that seem like they took time to develop the wit to write out. So fucking what? That's the fandom. That's what they elect to celebrate. You can't condemn the whole show and the entirety of the fan base because everyone yells, "Pickle Rick!" It's just one of those things. The show is actually pretty good. It touches on a lot of topics based on existential dread. And today's times, or at least amongst my age group or whatever, that seems fairly relatable. I mean, not that I fly a spaceship around, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. The point here is, don't be a poser hipster. Stop being an asshole, let people enjoy what they want to fucking enjoy. And unless they are forcing it on you, then, just like I told you how to do with religion, it is okay to take the appropriate actions to reprimand them. Reprimand. Oh, you guys didn't even see me drink that. Number 5. I can't believe I haven't really thought of this one yet. But I fucking hate, and I do mean hate, people who kill dogs for stupid fucking reasons. If one's attacking you or about to tear apart your small child, yeah, it might be about time to turn to the gun. But if a dog won't come to you when you call it or it escapes its pen too many times, that is not the time to fucking shoot it. Are you fucking dumb? Why is this something I have to explain? Have you ever sat down and looked in a dog's eyes? There is a damn near human intelligence there. Loving, affectionate, young, just trying to figure out what the fuck it's doing most of the time. And they rely on you, and we're all they have. And you're just gonna turn around and fucking kill them over something as stupid as not coming when you call? Arguably, if something like that can be proved, I'd say death penalty. No exaggeration, no joke, no satire. Number 6. Damn it, I got a drink. Number 6, the use of the word "I love you." Oh great, he's going to sit here and tell us about how we say it too much. God, I've heard this 1,000 times. Not my point here. I don't care how much you say it. Just fucking mean it when you say it. This is my roommate, now that he's actually turned towards y'all. He's the one that replaced Dickhead. I actually like this one. God damn it, what was I talking about? Oh, it's not so much the overuse of it as much as the use of it when you don't fucking mean it. Okay? Stop using it to string people along. It is okay to want to be promiscuous, to want to be polyamorous, but you need to explain this to people whenever they are entering into that social contract with you. It's necessary to prevent people from seeing more to something than is there. Even worse than that is telling someone, I love you, for the sake of keeping them around, even though you don't really love them, for sex or for money or for drugs. It's not fucking... It's just morally incorrect. Like, are you feeling what I'm putting down? Like, for example, don't tell me you love me over the weekend, and then the following week, before class, be kissing up on another guy. Don't tell me you love me if you are going to break up with me because I compliment you too much, and immediately move on to someone else a week later. Don't tell me you love me and then break up with me because I'm not ready for sex at the time. Don't tell me you love me and then essentially sober up, realize it was a piss poor decision, and tell me at someone else's wedding that we're not together, and that's not what you meant by that. Don't tell me you love me and then say that you need a pause. You don't love me if you're that confused and can't decide how you feel about things, so let's at least be honest with me. I deserve that. I've only ever been honest with all of you. That one requires more than just a shitty shot. I've got too many bottles of liquor lying around. I've got 3 half gallons and a full half gallon. But here's to that. Stop fucking saying I love you when you don't mean it. Ooh. Number 7, stop fucking harassing waitresses. Jesus Christ, they deal with your shit from 7 different guys all night. More than that, they deal with your shit from 100 different guys all fucking night. They don't want your number unless they specifically ask you for it or flirt with you. And you even have to be careful during that because they could just be doing it to get the tip. Because let's face it, our payment system for waitresses is fucked because they do survive off of those tips and do not make what they're worth in reference to the service that they give you, because they live off of the money that they get from you. So they have to do what they can so they can feed their son or daughter at home. They can take care of their family because they don't have a spouse to help out with it or some other crazy shit's going on. Just be fucking considerate. And maybe, while you're at it, stack your dishes up and put them to the side of the fucking table when you're done eating. It's polite, and it helps make their job a little bit easier. Number 8. This one came in from... I just noticed there are like clumps of the white makeup here on my beard, so it makes me look kind of like a fucking tarantula. Number 8 was sent in by a girl named Celine, a good friend of my sister's, and she's... I don't know, she's pretty cool. But it is annoying to see people put money on the counter whenever the service member is sitting there with their hand out, or even if they're just standing there. Hand the fucking money to them. It's annoying. You have to put... Putting the shit on the counter is just rude and disrespectful, okay? Because then they've got to sit there and struggle to pick it up, straighten it out. Oh, and while you're at it, straighten your fucking money out before you hand them crumpled $1 bills and change. It's fucking rude. That's essentially what you're doing when you're throwing it on the counter, because then they have to pick it up. And
I'm poor. I had to throw pennies.
This asshole.
I didn't hit you with them, dick face.
But stop being an asshole, stop setting your money on the fucking counter, and hand it to him like a decent human being. Thank you kindly. And that was number 8, sent in by Celine, which I'm pretty sure I already said. This makeup makes everything difficult. But less difficult than the more suit, I think. So, we're doing good so far, except for where I've rubbed it off. Dear God. It'll get more consistent as time goes by, and I figure out what the hell I'm really doing with this. Time for tea, bread and jam and company. Number 9 was sent in by my friend Corey Crozier, who actually just had her little girl tonight. Congratulations, Corey. I hope everything goes well for you guys, and I miss y'all and hope you're doing well. But number 9 is people who talk excessively and can't seem to shut up, and they just keep saying shit over and over and over and over and over again. It seems like they have to one-up every fucking story you give. Those people are their own type of annoying. They give you no space for conversation whatsoever. Even though every now and then you would like to put in something yourself. Actually, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I hit this topic before, or maybe a variation of it. But the point is, bitch, sometimes I want to talk about me. It's better to listen than to speak, but it sucks to never speak at all. So be a little bit more considerate in your conversations. Allow for pauses so that people can contribute. No one wants to sit there and listen to you monologue for an hour, waiting for an opening to say, please let me leave. That was number 9. For number 10, I wrote down child rearing Mosey. Not quite sure what the fuck I meant by that at the time. I don't know. Stop being a dick to your kids. Well, no, that's not what I mean to say. You need to have patience with your children. Take into consideration how you were at that age, how little you understood. Try explaining it to them before hitting the child. I'm not saying I am adverse to parents who spank their children. I personally do not plan on doing so, but only time will tell what happens. Teach them before you punish them. If your kid comes up to you and says, Annie, what's a fuck? Then don't immediately jump down their fucking throat. Explain to them that is a word that they don't necessarily need to be using at that particular point in time and need to be 18 or older. It's kind of like cigarettes. Maybe discourage them from smoking those too. Also, in reference to the child rearing thing, I keep seeing this shit circulate around about parents who tell children to, if you get in a fight, or if someone hits you, to hit them back, are the problem. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you telling me that you would not tell your child to defend themselves if someone just jumps on them and starts fucking wailing? You're a part of the fucking problem. These kids, if they're capable, need to know how to defend themselves, because I guarantee these little bullies aren't going to be like, oh, they didn't hit back. I must be in the wrong here. Being as someone who semi-recently, and by semi-recently I mean in the last, how old am I? Okay, 22, so that's 4 more. I say recently, like 8 years ago, experienced shit like this. They don't give a fuck how the child reacts. They really don't give much of a fuck what the adults say, because then they'll just figure out how to do it behind closed doors. Super strict parents, super strict adults make for super fucking sneaky children. Excuse me. So, it's a good idea to teach your kid how to defend themselves, because they're required to go to public school, or required to have schooling of some kind, and 9 out of 10 of you aren't going to sit there and do their entire homeschool 1 through 12. Not to mention, they have to go into the real world eventually, so they need to understand that sometimes it is appropriate to use physical force, at least to protect yourself, if nothing else. Maybe even take it a step further and instill in them the need to protect others. Because let's face it, today's moral system, the up-and-coming generation, seems pretty fucking busted. So we've got a lot of work to do as up-and-coming parents. So it's our job to change this. Those of you that are my age watching this, which I feel like is only 10% of my audience, but nevertheless, the point still stands. Be careful what you teach your child, and make sure, above all else, 2 most important things, side by side important, okay? Make sure your child understands it's okay to feel different ways. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be happy about something that not everyone else enjoys. But also teach them to be strong as you can get them. Because let's face it, it's a pretty fucking cruel world out there. Not everyone can be like me. So there are going to be some pretty awful people in this world that they're going to have to look out for. And as a parent, it's your fucking job to protect them. And whenever you can't, to teach them to protect themselves. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. And you might say certain opinions will change as I become a parent. I guarantee you they won't. But we will see. Time will tell. Alright, that was Drunk Rants number 8. I will try to start uploading a little more consistently, and I am going to edit this wardrobe a little bit. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me what I need to adjust, fix, change, just so I can be a little bit more entertaining. I don't like my normal face, so no, that's not going to happen. Thank you for your time, patience, alcoholism, and listening to me rant in general. Don't forget to press that like button, comment, subscribe, and share this video wherever you are able. The more exposure I get, the closer I can get to doing this for a living, just to entertain you guys. I would love nothing more than to be an entertainer for a living. It's fantastic. I love making you guys laugh. I love hearing positive feedback. I love hearing that you guys enjoy my content. So, tell me what you like. Give me things that annoy you. Tell me what you want to see more videos of. And above all else, don't forget to share. Thank you so very much. This is Mortified Can't Get My Life Together, signing off.